Hey Marty, we're back. Right now I'm working on figuring out your flame colors and the designs that we're going to put on it. What I've done is I've took me a couple of scrap pieces, I've sanded them smooth, and I painted them the copper base coat. Then I take my art paper, it's called Sticky Mickey, really good product, works really nice, doesn't pull paint up, you can draw on it, you can cut it, you can use it for masking, stenciling, whatever you need to. And I lay that over the top of my copper color. Then I'll take a razor blade, I'll cut it down to size, just trim along the edge of the roll. Then you have to go back with a squeegee, you squeegee it all out, and you end up with a panel like this. All masked up, in base color, ready to draw on. Now, regular pencil, I sketch out my flames. After I get my flames sketched out, then we're going to take our knives and we're going to cut out our pattern, and we'll start with the artwork. Hey, we've got our flame sketched out. We've just finished cutting out the pattern. We lay all that out, trim the edges, cut everything. You always be careful, always use a brand new sharp knife when you're cutting your pattern onto a new paint job, because you don't want to push real hard and cut through your base coat. So what we do is we take the edge of this, we'll slide it just right under the cut mark, being real careful not to scratch our base coat. And then we start peeling. And what we're doing is we're revealing the bottom layer, and we're going to take some charcoal silver and spray over the top of this. So I've got to unmask all this design. You can kind of see it coming out on the paper. We're going to have overlapping designs. We're going to have shadows and highlights. It's going to be a flame job. This is the main step here, is getting everything taped off and prepped and ready. You always peel back at sharp angles. There you can see I've got half of it done. I'm going to go through, untake the other half, and then we'll see you in the paint booth. We'll be putting on some charcoal silver. Hey Marty, last time you seen me I was on the table, I was cutting the design, I told you we'd be in the booth. Here we are. I've got the pattern laid out, everything's cut and masked and ready to go. I've got charcoal silver inside the gun. I'm going to lay me down a few coats of that, and then we'll come back with the airbrush and add our shadows. So here we go, charcoal silver. There we go, we got a nice even silver over the whole thing. Good sparkle, good metallic. It should match the metallic side in the copper. I'm kind of banking on it. We've got a lot more colors, but just right off the top of my head, this was the color that stuck in my brain when I talked to Marty. Me and him looked through a bunch of pictures of past paint jobs I did. We talked about cars he'd seen. We talked about colors, everything. So just from what I've talked to you, Marty, this is what I've come up with. I said, we've got a couple other panels, we're going to try some other stuff, but this one's going to be my focus, so hang on for the ride, it'll be fun. Hey guys, we're back. We've got our silver on, was the last step. I went back and I taped over my flame wicks. I'm going to make these look like they're on top of the other ones. I've mixed up some black, I've put it in the airbrush. What I'm going to do is put some shadows down on here, so when we paint the candy over the top, everything's going to be done. The candy will just cover the whole panel completely and bury these back to where it won't be too strong, but it won't be a ghost flame either. It's going to be somewhere just about the happy middle. So here we go with some black shadows. So I always start out, I shoot a little bit out on the panel, just to make sure my color's going. And then I go on here, and what I do is I shoot it right on the edge of the tape, and I just let it blow over. And that way you don't get a whole lot, because a shadow, if you ever pay attention and really look at shadows, transparent. You have to see the base color through them. So you don't want to go too dark, but you don't want to go too light because our candy is going to darken it up and it's going to try and hide some of this effect. So like I said, it's just kind of a happy medium on this. It just takes practice. I've done a lot of shadows, a lot of drop shadows, a lot of different stuff like that, and you kind of work up a feel for it. I don't know how else to explain it. I wish I did, you know. Sometimes you just can't put it all into words. Sometimes you just have to do it over and over and over. So there we go. We've got some shadows laid down. That's all I'm going to do on there. Like I said, it's enough to where I can still see my silver through there, but it's going to give a cast on under the candy. So next step, next time I see you, we'll be laying on some candy orange. Hey, we're back. We're getting ready to put on our candy orange. I brought in an extra test panel. I'm just going to candy this one so it's the same color as the frame. We've got our design laid down. We've got our shadows laid down. It looks really, really dark right now. I mean, if you was to leave it like this, it would be ugly. It'd be just too much. But this candy is going to bury it inside it and really, really make it subtle. I mean, it'll take half the tone out of that black. It'll be really nice. So here we go. Candy orange over the top of the design. We're going to do like the body. We're going to put like the frame, we're going to put 5 coats of candy over each panel. We have to give a little bit of dry time in between. Like I said, you can see it already. It's starting to change the color. It's going to be a neat little effect when it's done.
We're getting there.
We are.
We needed some inspiration for colors. Marvin come by the other day, and I was having a bad day, so he did a portrait sculpture of me, and he tried to copy the colors that were in my face that morning, I guess. So he gave me this. Was that a portrait? Did that look like me, really?
Yeah, when you're angry.
Yeah, he said it was one of the days. So there's some good colors there that inspired us. Although he did fix it. He put on the back here. He said, this is a happy Bob back here. So with that inspiration, there you go.
Yeah, we came up with a gold color off the inspiration. And it matches this orange. I love it. Transparent shadows. Marty, I tell you what, I think this would really look good.
So there's our test panel. I mean, it'd be better than that. It's kind of a quick deal, but we're going to get this up, and give me a call because tomorrow we're laying out flames.
Yes.
And the bash is almost here.
It's almost here. We've got to get done.
So, and we'll work on it all night long.
Yeah.
And I'll just put on my my happy face. I'm ready to go. Because we
no more angry.
We don't like this. All right.